February 2024 had a total of 26 new species described, including 5 dinosaurs, 3 mammals, and 4 reptiles, and 0 amphibians, 5 invertebrates and bugs, 0 birds, and 9 fish. I was a little bit late to this video because I forgot it was leap year. I didn't know until it was like the 26th. No, it's the 29th. Yeah, 29th. Anyway, Belong ultimateness. The Yepalong, the last dinosaur described in January, because I missed it. This stegosaur could reach 30 feet long. It had vertical plate bones and spines on the back tail and hoof-like toes on all 4 limbs. It also had peg-like teeth. Patagoma chanico. It was the largest Mesozoic mammal found so far. It was around 31 pounds. The animal that held the title before it was 22 pounds. It was around the size of an Andean fox, around 52 inches. That's really big for mammals at the time. Batatouille. Alright, looking back at this, I thought this was a good idea and be funny or something. It's not funny. Serptera evansii. Serptera evansii is a new petrosaur species discovered in Scotland. Next up, we got Patratraversidon franciensis. This cyanodont lived during the Triassic. It was a non-mammaliform cyanodont. We don't know much about these Triassic cyanodonts, so it's cool to see this new discovery. Beoldolchan was a newly described fossil ant, discovered from amber. The amber dated back to the Miocene. 2 new species of Satelicanth shark, Trologocadilus trimpoli and Glycmaclus cariform, have been discovered in Mammoth Cave in Kentucky. It is estimated to have reached about 12 feet long, and its jaw shape suggests it had a short head with a powerful bite for hunting smaller sharks, bony fish, and orthocones. Zumi lived around 30 million years ago, and it was up to 50 centimeters in length, 1.5 feet long. It had large openings in the top of its skull. These openings are thought to have helped it breathe air and make it to land. The openings look similar to modern-day African bisher fish, which is another air-breathing fish. Rheogyanodont neoni. The second cyanodont discovered in this month was Rheogyanodont neoni. It was discovered from its broad post-canine teeth. Alright, so here's some many fish which have names that are going to be very hard for me to pronounce. Aviensia bernagana, Atrobuca, Bornensis, Berningsia swor, Hansi, Nibia, Argyrbensis, Nibia stini, and Pronibia nofli. These new fish showed the aquatic paleodiversity of the Miocene. Protopangu valadensis, new primitive wasp species from the Cretaceous. It was also discovered in some pretty old amber. Valenticus shepherdi was a prehistoric walrus discovered in California. It was named after a 13-year-old that found the fossil. Minquaria bata. This hadrosaur was small, about the size of a large dog. It lived 68 million years ago, and it lived in Africa, likely traveled there from rafting. Rheoganavitrix Lectustrous was the newest Spinosaur discovered in Spain from the Cretaceous period. Rheogenerviatrix likely prowled the shores of ancient lakes and rivers, preying upon fish and small medium-sized prey. Estimates suggest this predator measured around 16 to 20 feet long. Sorry about that cough, but anyway, Data yingalangus was a new ankylosaur species. It had a pair of small horns protruding from either side of its face. Gingadoxiensis was a sauropod, probably closely related to Mamenchisaurus. Unfortunately, the genus name Ginga has already been used for a moth in 1983, so a new genus name will be needed. Conchiolites corbialis and Cornelites levigeltus. These little guys were prehistoric dwarf tube worms. Local waters above the organic rich mud on the seafloor were especially rich in nutrients and allowed these tube worms to flourish. These tube worms were able to survive the late Ordovician mass extinction. Dinocephalosaurus orientis. Dinocephalosaurus orientis lived in what is now China during the Jurassic period, around 200 million years ago. Its neck was 20 feet long and had a really long neck. Aurea rehua was a prehistoric dolphin that lived 22 to 23 million years ago. It had really weird teeth. The last prehistoric creature described in February was Simotuthlius mitchell. This was a prehistoric vampire squid that was discovered with prey in its arms. It hunted in shallower waters as typical for Mesozoic vampire morphs. Many vampire squid might have been in shallow waters until the Oligocene, which is where they're in deep waters today. If I managed to miss any, please tell me in the comments. Also, if any dates were wrong, calling in, I called an old discovery, new one. Just tell me about that. Anyway, it's like almost impossible just for me to list every single species, so I probably missed a few. Also, this research takes a lot of time, so please subscribe.